Hey guys, Tatiani Favors here, your tax business coach. And today we are going to discuss the 5 levels of planning. Okay. This is how I plan my new year each and every year. And I wanted to share this with you all because it really helps me. And whatever helps me, I'm always here to forward any type of game that I have. Okay. And as we are approaching the new year, we are approaching 2024. I want to let you know that A is still time for you to go ahead and plan your 2024 because if you don't plan, you won't just stumble upon success. Success is not an accident. Success is something very intentional. Success is something that you decide that you are going to pursue. You don't just wake up one day and say, "Oh my gosh, I'm a millionaire," or "I'm a multi-hundred thousandaire." Okay. That's not how it works. So, I want to share with you how I plan for my upcoming year. And I use what's called backwards design. And basically, what that means in a nutshell is starting with the end first. Okay. So, starting from your destination, we're going to go number one annual, starting from your destination this time next year on December 31st, 2024. Where do you want to be? Not physically, okay, but where do you want to be mentally, spiritually, financially, okay? Where do you want your business to be? Where do you want to be personally in your relationships? This isn't just about your tax business. This is about planning for your life and your elevation, okay? So really spend time to visualize where you want to be this time next year, okay? What do you want to accomplish in 2024? And again, I would encourage you to list out personal goals, business goals, what you want to accomplish in your marriage or relationship as a parent, as a sister, wife, and I know men listen to this too, but just every aspect of your business, what do you want to accomplish? And really define what that looks like. The goal is to have complete clarity on what your 2024 uh, year will look like. Okay. So start with the end first. What does that look like? What do you want to accomplish during next year? Okay. Once you have a clear vision of what you want to accomplish, your goals, and all of that, then this is where the backwards design starts to happen. Then you want to, and I like to have a 12-month calendar in front of me as I'm doing this. Okay. And how I do it is I will literally write down everything I want to accomplish. I'm not thinking about how I'm going to accomplish. I'm not putting any boundaries on what I can accomplish and the impact that I can have. I'm just saying, okay, this is what I want to do, not what I think I can do, not what I think the market would buy, but what I want to do professionally and personally, right? And then I look at those goals and say, okay, is this feasible for a year? Should some of these be extended to my 3 or 5 year goals? I do that analysis, okay? But once I get down to, okay, I can complete these goals in a 12-month period, then I move on to quarterly, okay? So it's the process of breaking your yearly goals down into 4 quarters, of course, because there are 4 quarters in a year. So once you have an idea of what you need to be doing quarter one, that leads up to quarter two, that leads up to quarter three, that leads up to quarter four, and at the end of quarter four, you will have your annual um, goals accomplished. Okay. Break them into those quarters where the goal is to break these things down into digestible bite sized pieces so you can actually execute on accomplishing these goals. Okay. So you break it down quarterly. What needs to happen during quarter one? What needs to happen during quarter two that will propel you to quarter three, then quarter four, and then at the end of quarter four, you will have reached your goals. What is that ramp up time look like? Okay. Once you have the goals that you've already, your annual goals already placed in the quarterly buckets, then you want to break it down even further to monthly. okay, to monthly. So, of course, each quarter has 3 months in it. So, you want to outline what each month looks like to reach those quarterly goals. So, now we're looking at January, February, and March. That makes up quarter one goals. Okay, so this is an example of that will be okay, quarter one goals. I have A, B, C, I want to accomplish. I want to accomplish A, B, and C during quarter one. That's going to keep me on target. Okay, so now when we are breaking it down monthly, okay, we have goal A, we have goal B, we have goal C. So now what you want to do is pair that goal with the month you should complete it in. Sometimes things have to come before, sometimes they are precursors to goals. Sometimes you have to complete one goal before you can um, accomplish another goal. Okay, so maybe B comes before A and then C is last. Okay. So maybe you have to do January, you're working on goal B, February, you're working on goal A, and then March, you're working on goal C. Okay. But identify which task you're going to execute which month. And the sum of those tasks that you are completing every month will lead you to accomplishing that particular quarterly goals. Okay. And so you can do all of that planning now. So you have your annual goals, you break it down into your quarterly goals, and then you break that down even further to your monthly goals. Okay. So each month, what are you doing? What are you executing on? The months should add up to the quarters, and the quarters should add up to the years. Okay. Now, the next two, weekly and daily, I complete those in real time. So, what does that mean? It means that one, it's absurd to me to sit up here in December and me try to plan for the second week of August, knowing exactly what I'm going to be doing the second week of August. No way, that's too minute. Okay. To know what I'm going to be doing in August, that's a better, that's more digestible. But the weekly and daily, I do in real time. So, what does that mean? That means that, okay, I have my annual, I have my quarterly, I have my monthly task list all ready to go. That means that now or even at the or before December 31st, for the month of January, I'm going to break those monthly goals into weekly goals. Okay, here's what I want to accomplish in January. Okay, each week, what am I doing? Breaking them down into weeks. So boom, I know week one, this is what I'm focusing on. Week two, this is what I'm focusing on. Week three, week four. And if I do it like that, I can accomplish my monthly goals. Then you go to daily. So at the top of the year, or not even the top of the year, before December 31st, you already know all four weekly goals that you want to accomplish in January. Now, the top of each week, then now is when you prepare daily for accomplishing that weekly goal. So what that looks like is Sunday, I believe, let's look on my calendar. Sunday, and that's perfect because Monday is actually the first. So Sunday, each Sunday, you can do this before each week. Each Sunday, you can do this. You already know what you're doing that upcoming week. So the Sunday of every week, you go ahead and look at that week's task list and then assign days that you're going to accomplish those task lists. Why do I do weekly and daily in real time? Because again, like I said, it's no way you can plan the third week of October right now. It's just no way. Okay. But every week, if you are reviewing your goals, sometimes you might get more done, sometimes you might get less done. Let's just keep it funky. Okay. And you would need to pivot. And you would need to pivot. You would want to go ahead and be able to pivot weekly and daily. And that will still keep you in the mix of, okay, I need to finish this month, but I have a little wiggle room with my weeks and my days if I need to adjust the methods that I'm using. Okay. So that is how I plan for my upcoming year, you guys. I really want you all to plan your year. You can use backwards design if you like, or not, but that's just how I do mine. Okay. So this is what I want you all to do. Okay. I want you to make the plan. Okay. Just make the plan. Just do it. Just make the plan. Just plan your upcoming year. Okay. And then what you would do is adjust the methods when necessary. Okay. Because things happen, things come up. And of course, when you plan things, things aren't always set in stone. Things sometimes go awry and all of that. And so when that happens, when a plan doesn't go exactly as planned, then all you do is adjust the methods, okay, of that plan. Remember, guys, that your destination remains the same, but your route may change. And I want you to be open to your route changing, okay, but your destination remaining the same. Um, if I was to do an analogy, the closest analogy that I would do is to relate this to a GPS, okay? You put in your address in the GPS, and it's the GPS's job to get you to the address that you input, okay? But along the way, along the path to your destination, there might be an accident or there might be a closed road. And what happens? The GPS recalculates, it redirects your path. Okay. Your route may change. And so, even though it recalculates your route, and now before you were using the highway, now you're on the back streets. Okay. It doesn't change your destination, it just changes the way you're getting there. And I want you all to remain open to your destination remaining the same, but the way you get there changing a little bit, okay? Or a lot of bit, because you have to make sure that you're able to pivot, okay? That's exactly what I want to tell y'all. And before we leave, I have to tell you this and warn you about this. Disruption follows intention. Now, I give credit when credit is due. I heard Myron Golden say this: disruption follows intention. And I decided to use his words because I am familiar with this term, with this idea. I usually say distraction follows decision, okay? But I actually liked his better. I like the word disruption, okay? Follows intention. But it no matter if you want to refer to this as disruption, distraction, the enemy striking, whatever you classify this as, understand that once you make the decision to do better, once you make the decision to be intentional, once you make the decision to elevate in some way, or to be obedient, that things may seemingly fall apart. Okay. Let me give you a brief example. Have you ever experienced this before? Okay. You make a declaration like, I'm going to cook all week. I'm not going to go out. I'm going to save my money. I'm not going to go out. I want to eat healthier. I'm going to cook all week. Then all of a sudden, three people randomly want to treat you out to your favorite restaurant. Okay. So, so that's exactly the type of thing I'm talking about. Now, when this occurs, guys, don't make the mistake of thinking that it's a sign that you shouldn't move forward with the decision that you've already made. Remember this video and to stand 10 toes down into the decision that you've made and figure out how to get past it and continue on. Okay. I'm warning you now to brace yourselves because elevation never comes without a fight. So prepare for battle. Disruption follows intention. Go ahead, guys, plan your year. And if you have any questions, hit me up in any way you like. And I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.